Welcome back. We are here with our 1600s recap video. Very exciting. Let's start with 1600. In 1600, we had Caitlin Larkin be born. She became an infant. We had Brangwine de Mohun become a toddler. Our dearest Isabella Larkin becoming a child. Camille Waldrick II becoming a teenager. Humphrey Dubois II becoming a young adult, Yasmina de Mohun passing away, along with Zechariah Venian and Charlotte Whitehead and several other people, including Richard Hobard III and unfortunately the young Aeneas Hobard. For what happened this year, we had Marie starting her plot against the boys and woohooing with her partner there. We had the birthday, obviously, of Isabella, and tragedy striking when Marie and her partner tried to poison a banquet. In 1601, we had Cicely Dubois be born. What a cutie. Frederick Hobart also was born and became an infant. And lastly, our heir at the time, Noah Larkin, becoming an infant. Elias de Mohun, our affair child, became a child. Wymond Hobart became a teenager, and unfortunately, our daughter, Caitlin Larkin, passed away. For Marie's plotting, obviously, there has been a big problem since it did not kill the people it was supposed to kill. We have our birthday party at the house, and then we have Marie convincing William to make the other William his temporary heir since he did not have one, though he is looking to get one. We had a fire in the house again, but luckily Luke was able to save Elias, which I'm sure helped with his trauma. We have Marie being mean to the children. Figures, she's not a nice person, but Isabella did tattle to her mom about Marie's treatment, which caused an argument between Sophronia and Luke, and then Luke and Marie for the mistreatment of his daughter, which he did not appreciate. In 1602, we have Odelina Dubois becoming an infant and being born. We have Frederick Hobart becoming a toddler. Constance Venian, the reincarnation of our Constance, becoming a child. Miles Hobart II becoming a young adult. Cicely Dubois unfortunately passing away, along with our heir, Noah Larkin. Very, very sad. And then Marie finally gets what she wants because William de Mohun III and Luke Larkin are killed this year. How did it happen? I will tell you. Marie started by making up a fake will and a frame job for her partner there. So she sends him off to kill William and frame him for all of the problems. We have a big funeral for William, which it looks like nobody showed up to. And now we have Luke kind of ready to believe in what Sophronia is saying about Marie. Arun is struggling with his mental health, and Luke finally confronts Marie about the whole situation, and she frames Arun for killing Luke, and then, of course, strikes a deal with Sophronia so that Sophronia keeps her mouth shut in exchange for her and her daughter's safety. In 1603, we have Humphrey Dubois III being born and becoming an infant, Odelina Dubois becoming a toddler, Aurella Stroud becoming a child, Joya Waldrick Gorgeous becoming a teenager, along with Ismay Hobart becoming a teenager, and then Beatrice Hobart became a young adult. This was also the year that the queen did pass away and we got a king. And then, of course, Aeneas Andreades passed away finally. We have problems with Sophronia in the social circle. She has low options for getting remarried. We have the kids trying to make friends, and we have Marie finally getting rid of her partner, and he died, and she doesn't have to worry about him anymore. In 1604, we have Martin Dubois becoming an infant, Humphrey Dubois III becoming a toddler. Those Dubois are having babies every single year. Aldith de Mohun becoming a child, along with Athelina Larkin also becoming a child. Gracia Waldrick becoming a teenager, along with Theta de Mohun also becoming a teenager. Joan Hobart becoming a young adult, and Peter Hobart also becoming a young adult. We have Sophronia complaining about her relationship status to her friend Humphrey, who then his wife introduces her to her father, and they go on a little date. And then also he meets with Isabella, and things are going well. Everybody really likes him. In 1605, we have Christina Dubois being born, becoming an infant, along with Peter's only current child, Peter Hobart II, also becoming an infant, Martin Dubois becoming a toddler, Brangwine de Mohun becoming a child, Paul Waldrick becoming a teenager, Joanna Waldrick unfortunately passing away, and of course little Peter's mother who died in childbirth. Gamisola Hobart also passed away. We have Marie being mean to Sophronia, not a surprise there. We have Marie also trying to plot a scandal against Sophronia, and people being mean to Sophronia, including Juan there. Hugh, of course, comes to her aid and then declares his love for her and proposes to her in front of everyone in order to show them just how unbothered he is about the whole thing. We have Theta getting harassed by Juan because of her mother's antics and then getting kicked out of the house when she is caused a scandal. So she comes to Sophronia and asks for help, and of course Hugh is willing to protect her from Juan along with Sophronia. In 1606, we only have a few birthdays. We have Demita Waldrick being born, becoming an infant. We have Christina Dubois becoming a toddler. We have William de Mohun IV becoming a teenager, very handsome man there. Magdalena Verduzco unfortunately passing away after a nice long life. We have Theta's party in order to kind of bring her into the family, which Marie doesn't appreciate and makes some threats about. We have Theta attempting to connect with some men, find a husband, not really working, but Sophronia does finally get married to Hugh. Theta gets rejected by Camille. And then Juan, wait. Oh, the other guy was Jose, and this is Juan. Oh my gosh, I got all of that mixed up. Okay, Jose is the mean one. Juan is the brother who just came to say that to Sophronia. Not, oh my gosh. Oh, it's getting worse, you guys. Oh, okay. Let me try this again. Jose is the mean one who's been harassing people. Juan is his brother who has come to Theta to apologize for his brother's behavior. Okay. Let's move on to the next year. There, that was hard. Next year, we have Peter Hobart II becoming a toddler. We have Demita Waldrick becoming a toddler. We have Isabella Larkin, our Isabella, our heir, becoming a teenager. We have Camille Waldrick II becoming a young adult. And unfortunately, Frederick Hobart did pass away. For the year, we have a small honeymoon, of which apparently they did not do back then. But, you know, a little trip. And we have Sophronia completing her soulmate aspiration with Hugh. We have Isabella's birthday, and of course, Hugh gave her an estate as a gift, which was really kind. We have a romance blossoming between Juan and Theta. Very nice. We have a confrontation between Juan and his brother Jose, who's been causing problems, and we have a new teen group forming with our Isabella as the Queen Bee. In 1608, we have Bertram Waldrick II becoming an infant, Gerald Dubois becoming an infant also? I don't know. Odalina Dubois becoming a child. Elias Larkin becoming a teenager. Wyman Hobart becoming a young adult. And Hugh Venian unfortunately passing away. We have Juan asking Theta for a chance to be with him. She gets some advice from Sophronia, who thinks she should go for it. We have Marie trying to play matchmaker for her children. We have Hugh having a difficult relationship with his daughter Clarice all of a sudden. Hugh and Juan getting together to try and help Theta by tricking Jose into causing a big confrontation with Marie, which of course only results in William getting him banished from society. So he is no longer a problem, and you know what? He's dead right now, so that's fine. Last year, Bernard Dubois became an infant. Bertram Waldrick II became a toddler. Why are all their names very similar? Humphrey Dubois III becoming a child. Constance Venian, the beauty, the grace, becoming a teenager. Jose Verduzco, yes, he passed away. We may or may not have had something to do with it, but we had a holiday dinner this year, which caused Juan and Theta to reconnect and decide to actually try for a relationship. We have Huri trying to get back in good graces with his daughter. Elias deciding to go on a little adventure where he almost froze to death and then met the love of his life, according to him. And the bad news is she's engaged to someone else, so he's going to have a problem with that. But that's okay because all the kids are hanging out, having a good time, and having their own complaint sessions. Mostly about Marie, right? So for trees, we initially had Gilbert and Charlotte Whitehead married, doing their thing. Unfortunately, Charlotte has died, but not much else has changed in that respect. Also, the same with the Strouds. Tobias and Mary had little Orella, and now Orella is just slightly older. So that's all they got going on there. For the Waldricks, we had 4 children alive, all being children at the time of Joanna and Camille, both also being alive. But unfortunately, Joanna has passed away. But now all the children have started getting older and are ready to start getting married and stuff. So that's really exciting for them. We have the Hobards, young Richard Hobard, had a wife and a child. Unfortunately, both him and his child have passed. And for Dennis Hobart and his family, he had his 2 daughters. He was not alive at the time. And now one of his daughters is married with 2 children, 3 children actually, of her own so far. For Miles Hobart, he had 5 children still surviving. Unfortunately, he himself was not alive. And one of those children has gotten married and had a child. His wife died in childbirth, unfortunately. And then he did lose another child, it looks like. For the De Mohun family, we had William still married to Yasmina after divorcing with Marie. He had 2 children with Yasmina at the time. She still had her child, and Marie has her child with William. And now all the kids are a little bit older, but William and Yasmina are both dead at this time. The kids are just going along with life now. For the Venian family, we have at the beginning of the decade, we have Genevieve and Zechariah with their young daughter, Hugh and Mencia married. So nothing too exciting there, but unfortunately, over time, we did lose both Hugh and Zechariah. And then everyone else just got a little older. And then in our family, at the beginning of the decade, we had little Isabella, little Elias, little Athelina after the divorce from Sophronia and the marriage to Marie. And now I split it up into 2. So Marie's children with him have just gotten older, and Elias has become a Larkin and inherited that title. And then of Sophronia, we have her remarriage to Huri after Luke's death, and Isabella just getting older. So that is what happened over the decade. Very exciting. This is our last decade we're going into in England. We'll be moving to America next decade, which I'm so excited about. You guys, you have no idea how excited I am. I already have the CC in my game. I'm like ready to go. I'm super excited, but we are going to do this next decade where we are going to solve Isabella's love life and all of that other exciting stuff. So I hope you guys are ready for it, and I'll catch you in the next decade.